Have you ever felt like no matter what you eat, your sugar just won't behave? Forget the insulin. What if I told you there's a simple kitchen recipe that takes only 5 minutes, and it's helping thousands of people bring their glucose back to normal without starving or taking endless pills? It's not a diet, it's not a miracle, it's balance. Pure and simple. Stop the fasting. Imagine enjoying your breakfast again without counting every bite or fearing those dizzy sugar drops that ruin your mornings. This 5-minute recipe is changing the way seniors think about diabetes. No restrictions, no complicated rules, just a spoonful of something natural your body already understands. Throw out the pills. Every week more people are feeling that spark of energy return, calmer mornings, lighter afternoons, and steady sugar levels they thought were impossible. It's not about fighting your body anymore, it's about working with it. That's why this mix is quickly becoming a morning habit in kitchens across the country. Stay with me until the end, because I'll show you exactly how to prepare this simple 5-minute recipe right at home. No expensive ingredients or complicated steps, just everyday items that bring real results. And when you see how easy it is, write glucose balance in the comments to show others that natural control is still possible, even after years of medication. Have you ever felt like your mornings are a battle you never win? You wake up hopeful, ready to eat something light, and yet, within an hour, your energy crashes. You grab another coffee, maybe a piece of toast, but your body feels heavy, like it's begging for balance. No one tells you how much sugar sneaks into what seems healthy, and deep down, you know it's not just about food, it's about control. Forget the insulin. That's what a neighbor told me when I first mentioned my daily sugar spikes. She laughed softly and said, "You're not broken, you're just missing the right fuel." Those words stuck with me, because for years I thought I needed to eat less, not smarter. I followed every rule, counted every carb, and still nothing changed. My mornings felt like climbing uphill with no rest in sight. Then I discovered something almost too simple to believe. It wasn't a supplement or a new diet. It was a single ingredient sitting quietly in most kitchens, one that could slow sugar absorption and calm those mid-morning crashes. That ingredient was oats. I had ignored it for years, thinking it was too plain, too basic. But the truth, it's a natural ally that speaks your body's language. I started small, half a cup each morning, warm and soft, with just a touch of fruit. The first few days felt ordinary, but soon something shifted. No dizziness, no sudden hunger. My sugar reading stopped jumping like a roller coaster. It was like my body finally exhaled after years of chaos. I didn't need to fight it anymore. Stop the pills. That's what I whispered to myself one afternoon when I checked my glucose meter. The number stared back, calm and steady, like it belonged to someone else. My doctor even asked what I was doing differently. I smiled and said, "Just breakfast." It wasn't magic. It was the kind of stability only nature can teach. Oats act like a gentle sponge, soaking up sugar before it floods your bloodstream. That's why your energy lasts longer and your mind feels clear. Instead of burning out fast, your body finally learns to release energy slowly, the way it's supposed to. Seniors who add it to breakfast often notice fewer sugar crashes and better focus throughout the day. I remember a woman named Carol from church who struggled for years. She used to skip meals, afraid of her glucose spikes. Then she tried the same recipe I did. 2 weeks later, she said, "I feel human again." Her face looked lighter, her steps quicker. It's amazing what one simple change can do when it speaks to your body's rhythm. The best part is, it's not restrictive. You don't need to give up your favorite flavors. Mix oats with cinnamon, apple, or even a bit of yogurt. The combination keeps you full, satisfied, and stable. The secret isn't perfection, it's consistency. A warm bowl, a calm start, and your body begins to trust you again. Throw away the rules. That's the beauty of this simple habit. It's not about cutting everything out. It's about adding what truly helps. You'll notice your mornings become smoother, your mind sharper, and that heavy fatigue starts fading away. It's not overnight, but it's real progress, the kind you can feel with every heartbeat. Scientists call it the beta-glucan effect. This natural fiber inside oats forms a gel-like texture in your stomach, slowing down digestion and glucose spikes. It's nature's way of saying, "Let me handle this." Imagine that, your breakfast literally working for you instead of against you. Simple, right? If you've spent years fearing the morning meal, try flipping the script. Instead of avoiding food, rebuild your mornings with purpose. Start your day with something that loves you back. The calm that follows isn't a coincidence. It's your blood sugar thanking you. It's balance made edible. One of the biggest lies people hear is that healing must be hard. It doesn't. Sometimes the most powerful fixes are already in your kitchen. Oats don't promise miracles, they deliver steadiness. And for diabetics, steadiness is freedom. Freedom from counting every bite. Freedom from anxiety after eating. I remember the first morning I didn't feel tired. I poured my coffee, looked at the sunlight, and felt calm instead of shaky. That's when I realized food isn't the enemy. Confusion is, once you find what works with your body, everything changes. That's the quiet victory nobody talks about. If you're listening to this, maybe it's time to take that same small step. Add it to your breakfast tomorrow. See how your body reacts. Not in numbers, but in feelings, because the best proof isn't on paper, it's in how you live your day. That's where real healing begins. So many seniors write saying they feel younger again after this change. It's not about reversing time, it's about reclaiming control. That lightness you thought was gone, it's still inside you, waiting. You just need to give your body what it recognizes as safe, natural, and real. Imagine this. You wake up, prepare a warm bowl, and instead of fear, you feel excitement. You know what's coming, a balanced morning. A soft wave of calm energy that carries you through the day. That's not just breakfast, that's peace in a bowl. Even doctors now encourage using oats as part of a balanced diabetic plan because unlike processed foods, they don't spike your insulin, they train it. They teach your body patience, stability, and strength. It's not about giving up sweetness, it's about rediscovering harmony. So don't let anyone tell you you're too old to change. Your cells still listen, your body still adapts, and your spirit still wants to feel good. A single change can start the ripple. And who knows, maybe you'll inspire someone else at your next breakfast table. Every time you take that spoonful, remember, this isn't just food, it's your message to the world that you're not done fighting for your balance, because balance doesn't belong to the young, it belongs to those who never gave up. If you've been searching for something simple that actually works, maybe this is it. Not a diet, not a rule book, just a quiet, daily act of self-care that your body will thank you for again and again. So tomorrow morning, skip the fear. Sit, breathe, and feed yourself something that heals. Let this become your 5-minute ritual, the one that reminds you that control is still possible. And as you take that last bite, smile, because balance has finally found you. But don't go yet. The story isn't over. The real magic begins when you combine this morning power with one secret spice. It's warm, ancient, and known for turning unstable sugar into steady calm. Ready to discover it? Keep watching. The next part might surprise you. Sometimes the answer hides in plain sight, right there in your kitchen, waiting quietly while you search for complicated solutions. I used to believe that managing sugar had to be difficult, that freedom always came with sacrifice. But what if the secret wasn't struggle? What if it was warmth? That kind of gentle comfort that smells like home and feels like healing. I remember a day when I felt completely defeated. My numbers were high, my body was heavy, and even my favorite foods felt like enemies. That's when I decided to stop chasing perfection and start listening to what my body was asking for. It wanted calm, not chaos. It wanted something natural, not another pill. That's when cinnamon entered my story. Not as a miracle or a trend, but as a friend. This familiar spice, sweet, earthy, and ancient, has quietly helped people for centuries. And now science is proving what our grandparents already knew. Cinnamon can help balance sugar, improve insulin response, and bring peace back to your plate. Forget the pills. I didn't need another prescription. I needed something that worked with my body, not against it. Cinnamon did that. It helped slow down digestion, preventing sugar from rushing into my bloodstream all at once. My mornings stopped being battles. They became moments of quiet balance. It started simply, half a teaspoon in my oatmeal, sometimes in warm water, sometimes sprinkled on fruit. Within days, my energy stopped crashing. My hands didn't shake mid-morning. My mind felt steady. The fear that came after every meal began to fade. It was like my body finally remembered how to breathe again. There's something about cinnamon that feels ancient, like it understands you. It's gentle, but strong. It doesn't fight your body, it guides it. That's why so many seniors are now adding it to their daily routine. They're not chasing quick fixes, they're choosing steady peace. Stop the insulin. That's what one man from Texas said in his testimonial after his numbers stabilized. Of course, he didn't literally throw it away, but he felt empowered, less dependent, more in control. That's what this journey is about, taking your power back. 1 teaspoon at a time. Cinnamon helps your cells become sensitive to insulin again, like waking them from a long sleep. When your body listens better, sugar behaves better. You feel more energy, fewer cravings, and less of that unpredictable roller coaster that makes daily life so exhausting. It's amazing how something so small can make such a difference. A warm sprinkle on your breakfast, a comforting aroma in your kitchen, and suddenly your body feels like an ally again. It's not just food, it's a reminder that healing doesn't always need a label or a brand. Sometimes it's just spice and time. Throw away the fear. Healing is not punishment. You don't need to starve. You don't need to live in fear of every meal. Cinnamon reminds you that you can still enjoy your food and help your body at the same time. It's warmth with purpose, flavor that heals. I've seen this change in so many people. A woman from Ohio wrote to me saying she no longer feels that post-meal fog. Her doctor was surprised by her progress. All she did was add cinnamon to her mornings and trust the process. Sometimes, the smallest habit creates the biggest shift. You can mix it with lemon water, add it to yogurt, or even stir it into tea. The key is consistency, not perfection. Just a bit every day, and your body begins to respond. The spikes become steadier, the anxiety fades, and you feel grounded again. The scent alone can change your mood. Studies show that cinnamon can help reduce stress hormones, and that means better sugar control too. When you relax, your body heals faster. That's the power of nature. Everything works together when you stop forcing it. I still remember my first morning making cinnamon tea. I sat by the window watching the steam rise, and for the first time in years, I didn't feel fear. My numbers were stable. My body felt light. My mind felt clear. That single cup taught me something pills never did. Peace is medicine too. Forget the rules. Healing doesn't need to follow someone else's list. You know your body better than anyone. Listen to it. If it craves calm, give it calm. If it craves warmth, give it cinnamon. Healing begins the moment you stop fighting yourself. This spice isn't about restriction, it's about restoration. It rebuilds trust between your mind and your body, reminding you that balance isn't a dream, it's a choice. Every sprinkle, every sip, is a small promise you make to yourself to keep trying. Even doctors now recognize cinnamon's benefits in controlling glucose naturally, not as a cure, but as support. A tool your body can use to stabilize, heal, and thrive. That's what makes it so special. It's ancient wisdom meeting modern science, working quietly in harmony. Imagine waking up tomorrow, adding that warm touch of cinnamon to your meal, and knowing you're doing something good for yourself. Not because it's trendy, but because it works, because it's simple, because it's real. Every time I smell cinnamon now, it reminds me of hope. Of mornings that don't start with fear, of a life where blood sugar doesn't control the day, where peace does. And maybe that's all we've ever wanted. You deserve mornings like that too. Mornings that taste like balance, feel like calm, and smell like healing. All it takes is one choice, one simple habit, one small spoonful that tells your body, I'm taking care of you now. If you've watched this far, I know something inside you is ready for change. Maybe it's time to try what's already been waiting in your kitchen. The answer doesn't come in a bottle. It comes in a jar of spice that's probably sitting right behind your coffee. So, tomorrow, when you open that jar, breathe it in. That scent of cinnamon carries more than flavor. It carries freedom. It carries balance. It carries hope. And before you go, I've left another video on the screen right now. Click it because in that one, I'll show you another natural secret that's helping seniors everywhere keep their sugar balanced and feel alive again. Don't miss it. Your next step starts there.